The Apecoin cost raised outstandingly starting from the start of 2023 and basically flooded by most certainly over 40% to sort of recover the levels past $5 the continuous bullish energy is supposed to by and large win for a lengthy period until the gorilla cost arrives at a very twofold digit figure toward the finish of 2023. Apecoin by and large is acquiring eminent consideration as a prominent ascent in the quantity of addresses especially has been seen lately. Apecoin value history. Apecoin, the result of Yuga Labs' exhausted chimp yacht club undertaking, started to exchange with an impact and denoted the highs at around $28 in 2022 regardless of a negative pullback to $10.34. The cost recover bullish energy to flood past $27 in the span of a month in May 2022 notwithstanding. With the breakdown of the land biological system, the crypto markets in every practical sense cut vigorously, including the primate value that truly dropped generally near $3 in spite of a bounce back. The cost again sort of dropped vigorously to check the bottoms at around $1 in the last truly couple of long periods of 2022, or so they essentially thought. Starting from the start of 2023, the cost has been generally bullish and gradually recovering the lost positions. Apecoin specialized examination in a fundamentally significant manner. The Apecoin cost truly changed to flooding mode when the business sectors really entered the 2023 exchange and kept a prominent rise. The cost in the wake of testing the kind of lower part of the channel truly has risen eminently to, for the most part, arrive at the by and large upper opposition, and in spite of truly intense negative tension, the cost stayed over the truly normal levels heading back towards the genuinely upper obstruction. The cost in every practical sense is moving in a climbing way in the especially present moment, and subsequently it is accepted to stay in every way that really matters, swelled until it recovers the levels above $10 nonetheless. The way towards $10 doesn't sort of seem, by all accounts, to be simple, as several boundaries by and large have been put at $6, $7, and $7.50, which for the most part is genuinely critical. Outline of a Apecoin on-chain investigation. Apecoin truly everyday kind of dynamic locations. The sort of everyday by and large dynamic locations truly address the quantity of addresses that generally communicate with the stage whether or not the market members really are purchasing, selling, or playing out a trade exchange in an unpretentious way. An ascent in every practical sense metric demonstrates the kind of forward movement winning inside the crypto space as genuinely more dealers bounce into the stage. Be that as it may, the levels in a real sense have somewhat really plunged, kind of because of which the cost could encounter a for the most part slight pullback before very long, and in every practical sense significant way. Supply on trades, exhibiting that notwithstanding, the levels generally have somewhat plunged, especially because of which the cost could encounter an extremely slight pullback before very long. The stock on trade shows the level of the tokens held by them in their wallets in an unpretentious way. It likewise shows the presence of liquidity expected to explicitly do exchange inside the stage, or so they sort of thought. In any case, assuming the stockpile on trades increments, it truly implies the brokers have moved their tokens to the trades aiming to offer them or move them to truly different stages, other than a drop. That on account of Apecoin implies that the merchants especially are continually moving out of the trades in an unpretentious manner. Apecoin MVRV proportion. The MVRV proportion by and large is only an examination between the mean worth and the acknowledged worth, and furthermore implies whether the really token explicitly is underestimated or exaggerated, which is genuinely critical. By and by, the MVRV proportion truly has risen strikingly extremely high, which shows that the worth of the token truly has risen essentially and subsequently certainly is running over the fundamentally normal reaches inside the sort of sure levels. Nonetheless, this in every case basically conveys the chance of dismissal, as the especially token doesn't especially stay inside the exaggerated district for quite a while. Apecoin value expectation for 2023, which basically is very critical. Apecoin cost started its exchange by checking highs basically near $30 in 2022 and rapidly truly fell into a profound negative pattern which sort of cut the value near $1. Be that as it may, the cost certainly seems to have explicitly bounced back, yet the affirmation of the rise could generally be the point at which the cost recovers $10, which basically is normal during the very last part of 2023, which is very critical. Notwithstanding, to in a real sense do as such, the token basically was really accepted to cut through 2 or 3 boundaries that in a real sense has obstructed the convention to a for the most part bigger degree. Incredibly, when the cost breaks above $8, the bulls in every practical sense are really accepted to by and large recapture their predominance, and subsequently toward the finish of 2023, a fine rise above $10 to check the highs around $12 especially hushes up conceivable. Apecoin value expectation for 2024 with a bullish in every practical sense. Close in 2024, the gorilla coin is explicitly accepted to in a real sense go on with a prominent rise at the same time. may ultimately in a real sense neglect to set out a bull run, sort of in opposition to mainstream thinking. Nonetheless, the in every practical sense token in a real sense is accepted to generally be planning for a striking bull in a real sense run, which essentially is really accepted to start during the last part of 2024 in a very significant manner, especially. Like the past mobilizes, the crypto markets could really fix their grasp over the positively trending market in the genuinely last especially couple of months of the year, sort of in opposition to mainstream thinking. During the H2 2024, the gorilla cost might start ascending especially high, yet with a broad pace at first down to in every practical sense arrive at levels in every practical sense near $20, which by and large is very huge. Further keeping a comparative energy, the cost may in a real sense recover the levels past $25, yet could fundamentally be confined underneath its ATH to around $28, which all things considered is genuinely huge. Subsequently, toward the finish of 2024, the primate cost might exchange around $22 to $24 in the wake of encountering an imminent dismissal before the levels for the most part near its ATH. Amazingly, Apecoin value expectation 2025 to 2030. The Apecoin cost may before long test the levels at its ATH in the principal sort of couple of long stretches of 2025 and immediately structure another one and float around $38 to $45 toward the ending, an especially significant manner. Later in 2026, the cost may stay combined to keep away from commonly outrageous negative activity, as the cost could especially be moving toward the achievement at $50, and in the wake of supporting negative activity might go between $55 to $58 toward the end, which truly is very huge. Further, the cost may generally aggregate strength by reducing its unpredictability in 2027 and the principal not many long stretches of 2028 in every practical sense, because of which the cost might exchange inside truly slender districts, as opposed to prevalent thinking. As the exchanges step the 2029 exchange, the costs may by and large start to rise, disposing of the conceivable outcomes of a negative obstruction, beautiful in opposition to mainstream thinking. Subsequently, toward the finish of 2030, the chimp cost may for the most part stay around $75 to $80 and may actually essentially attempt to generally arrive at a three-digit figure too in a sort of large manner. Would it be a good idea for you certainly put resources into Apecoin in 2023, or so they in every practical sense thought? Apecoin has a tiny history of exchange, and the fundamentally past year started its first by and large bear market. Various stages generally arose and various tokens in a real sense were delivered. Nonetheless, Apecoin keeps on ascending all things considered, high even subsequent to going through critical negative tension, which explicitly is very huge, thus may basically be considered for venture. Yet, before that, a profound information available opinions and a nearby fundamentally look of the value developments is for the most part basic. What will Apecoin essentially be in every practical sense worth in 2023, which is genuinely critical? The Apecoin cost might ascend past a two-digit number in 20